The Sultan and the Caliph Episode 30. Kim, Jinmi. Next morning. Instead of working out in the morning, I leave for the airport in the morning. Let's see. Haesin has departed. Well, I don't go by car. I take a taxi this. What do I do? No. Because the plane is the same. Just use the airport bus and go to the airport to board. Incheon International Airport. Incheon Airport is the best airport in the world. I'm pretty sure it's a facility. But it's too wide. I'll be lost too. Let's see. How many gates? This. Mr. Haesin, I was about to meet you. If I get caught, it's over. I won't say anything, and I'll be treated like a stalker. It looks like she didn't go to the duty-free shop. She doesn't do much shopping. Waiting for boarding. I have to stand in line behind Haesin before boarding. Wait, if Haesin was in business class, she could see me in. What to do? Should I board first? How many seats were there? I'll have to stick with right behind her and go through it quickly when she load up her stuff. Wow, it's over. Business class people never look at the back seat and get off first when getting off, so no worries. I wore a hat and sunglasses because I was too careful, but now let's go to sleep. After a few hours. What? It's meal time. Snack time. Of course I should eat it. Bibimbap, please. It's delicious. Also, Korean food is the best. But the quantity is not enough for me. Well, there are desserts, but I should bring snacks that I can bring. Because I don't have enough time or money to buy a proper snack there. It's something I can't take my eyes off of, even for a moment. What do I do when I really need to go to the bathroom? I didn't think of that. When Haesin goes to the bathroom, I have no choice but to go together. After a few hours. Is it dinner time again? This time, it's Western style. I also bring snacks separately. After a few hours. Well. I fell asleep and it was time to get off. It says we will arrive at 5:15 p.m. London time, so will I get off and go straight to my accommodation? Where to eat dinner? Hotel? Or a nearby restaurant? So, if I follow along, she will find out. Heathrow Express. I did a good job filming all the Haesin's ticket bundles. Or maybe I missed it. It's easy to get to downtown, so it's convenient. Book in advance and get cheaper. Local is more expensive. I went to the same travel agency and got the employee who was in charge of Haesin to make a reservation for 1 month of the entire trip. I also figured out the itinerary. Only the accommodation is different. A cheap place right next door. I'll be closely monitoring her for a month. Surely. London City Centre. Well. She is entering the hotel. Also. Is she going to have dinner there? It's very convenient if I have enough money. I don't have to wander the streets. If she hasn't come out yet, it looks like she is having dinner at the hotel. Then I'll grab a bite nearby and sleep at the dorm. It's hard to get used to jet lag. I have to figure out the breakfast time at the hotel tomorrow morning and wait for the earliest. Oxford, Cotswolds, and Bicester Village tours. If I use the same tour package, I will get caught, so I have to go on a different tour. During Oxford tour. Oxford is the heart of civilization. Harry Potter, The Lord of the Rings, The Chronicles of Narnia, Alice in Wonderland. Fantasy is all from Oxford. This is magic. At Christ Church College, famous for Hogwarts School, I try to memorize Potter's spell. Wingardium Leviosa. Oh no, this is not the time I will miss Haesin. Her next project could be a fantasy. During the Cotswold tour. The inspiration of nature. And I went to the Cotswolds, the most beautiful town in England. There, Haesin is drinking afternoon tea like the noble. Me wearing a hat and sunglasses watching from the other side. Not any detective. Undercover. During Bicester Village tour. Is it the impression of the brand? Last stop, Bicester Village, the cheapest in Europe. Hey, Gucci bag 200,000 won? Is this cheap? Women are ecstatic and buying. Did Haesin like the bag? What? She bought 3. Are they all different manufacturers? It's the first site I've seen her use nothing but food. Also, do girls like bags? Women think tens of thousands of won lightly. This day is over. I couldn't tour properly because I was looking at Haesin, but it was a worthwhile day nonetheless. I think the tour product came out well. Hurry up and rest, and tomorrow is the Harry Potter studio tour. Next day. I couldn't use the same tour product, so I used a different place. I can't ride the same car. Be careful though. Harry Potter Studios. When entering, I have to ask for a passport, must get it, this is a real souvenir. Wow! Scenes that I read in books and reviewed in movies in the past come to mind again and again. The charm of a different set from yesterday's Oxford. But she probably doesn't know that I'm filming Haesin as a thief here. Such a cute day, she really likes it. I didn't know she would be like this. I really think the next work will be a children's fantasy. I don't have time to take my picture. I'm busy Haesin's filming. In a place like this with so many people, she doesn't know who filmed it, so I'm shooting with confidence. It was rumored that the meal here was not tasty, so I brought a packed lunch. It's also easy to follow. I think I will have to buy a packed lunch in advance and take it with me to eat. It's hard to eat in a restaurant. I worked hard on filming and today is a rewarding day. Fortunately, Haesin seems to only run 1 course a day. I don't think she is too strict with her schedule. Directly to the hotel. I hope she won't come back in the evening, will she? Obviously she wouldn't go out at night, but the sun is long here. It gets dark around 10 p.m. Just in case I don't know, am I waiting outside the hotel? If she go out at night, for example, she might want to see the night view. Buy some fish and chips and watch while looking around the area. London city centre. It certainly feels like eating at a hotel. She eat breakfast and dinner like a hotel, and she only go on 1 tour a day. It is said that Koreans go sightseeing all day long, but Haesin is not like that at all. Then I will have to tour the city by myself. Now I'm traveling properly. Go, go. I also like to walk around the streets and watch. There is also a double-decker bus tour, but tomorrow is the Thames River excursion. I have to line up well in the back to get on the boat. This is the same boat. Be careful. Next day. Looking at the hotel breakfast time as much as possible until the very end, so it's really relaxing to travel. I'm running out of time, so I'd definitely eat it as fast as possible. Thanks, I now know the pattern for sure. She is really easygoing. What the hell is she doing all day in a hotel? So I know. Then, from now on, I will have to spend my personal trip to the fullest. Well, if she is going to go for 3 months, it's right to do that. If she gets sick or get tired halfway through, she have to give up halfway through. I am 1 month. So, I should aim to see at least 1 more with an unreasonable schedule as much as possible. Besides monitoring Haesin, I have to travel in addition. At first, I thought it would end with just monitoring, but I can travel as well. Thames River Cruise. Haesin is really great. Even if I'm in the same boat, she doesn't notice at all. I can take pictures with peace of mind. The city seen from the river has a different taste. It's a different landscape from the street I saw while walking last night. It would have been nice if we went together in the evening. Too bad. London city centre. It's still very early, so why not go back to the hotel? Well, she is still doing city tours. All the towns I've seen yesterday, so I'm taking pictures with only Haesin taking it easy. No? She is going to the British Museum. That's right. Yes, it was. There was a museum. A collection of relics from all over the world. What would it be like to see the relics of their own country from other countries? Next day. Today, I have to go to King's Cross station from dawn. Because I have to take the train to Edinburgh to see Edinburgh and then take the evening train back to London. All tickets have been reserved in Korea. Go early in the morning and get on the train. I tried to take a picture of Potter's platform 9, 3/4, but the Harry Potter shop next door wasn't open, so there was no card and I just looked at the wall and took pictures. I also filmed Haesin. Click. And I snapped it with my selfie camera. Get on the train. Now, when I arrive after sleeping for about 4 hours, I have to take a picture of Haesin, who is eagerly looking at Edinburgh. Scotland, Edinburgh. Scotland is definitely different from London. Nice to see you in Edinburgh. Lots of places to take pictures. I also take selfies in my spare time, and secretly film Haesin. It's a pity we couldn't take a picture together. Train back to London after sightseeing in Edinburgh. I walked all day, but I didn't know that my legs hurt because my eyes were so happy. I need to rest well on the train. I took a lot of photos. A delightful day. I am tired today. Because I walked a lot. Besides, to get to Amsterdam tomorrow, it's tight. I thought she was going to go by plane, but it's a Euroline bus. Amazing. Thanks, I saved a little bit. I'm crossing the Strait of Dover, I have to go all night. Can I sleep properly on the bus? I have to change boats and then take the bus again. Why did she choose this course? It would have been easier to get there by plane. Next day. Overnight bus to boat back to Amsterdam in the morning. But today, I'm going to Zonshoans. Windmill Village. I just have to go to the station and buy a round-trip ticket. Zonshoans, Netherlands. Zonshoans is a beautiful town. I like to take pictures. Haesin looks happy too. How is she doing so well on her own? It's amazing. It seems like it would be good to take a picture of herself alone or only the upper body. Here sell a lot of cheese and sweets. It's heavy, so I'll only buy enough to eat here. I needed to pack my lunch. Haesin buys a lot of cheese. Sweets too. Also, she never miss something to eat. It's cute too. Haesin tasting. Click. Windmills by the water, flowers, and pretty houses. I snapped my pictures from time to time. It's been a busy schedule since yesterday, so I think I'm going to faint at the accommodation today. Haesin and I. Haesin, get a good night's sleep and see you tomorrow. Belgium. Today in Bruges. Classic city in Belgium. UNESCO designated area. However, they refrain from advertising because there are too many tourists. And Brussels is just an ordinary capital, so we walk and pass.